Welcome. First up, our head coach, Mr. Mark Boucher.
Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians. हम लगाएंगे. Mumbai Indians. जान लगाएंगे. Mumbai Indians. जलवा दिखा देंगे हम. Mumbai Indians. लोहा जला देंगे. पानी जला देंगे. दुनिया हिला देंगे हम. दुनिया हिला देंगे हम.
Welcome, Mark. All right, and next up, a bit of a homecoming of sorts. Please welcome our captain, Hardik Pandya.
आला रे आला रे आला आला रे आला आला रे मुंबई इंडियंस दम लगाएंगे मुंबई इंडियंस जान लगाएंगे मुंबई इंडियंस जलवा दिखा देंगे हम मुंबई इंडियंस लोहा जला देंगे पानी जला देंगे दुनिया हिला देंगे हम दुनिया हिला देंगे
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be a season of old new faces. You know, Captain Pandya, welcome back. Slinga Malinga is back. Jasprit Bumrah is back. Lot to celebrate for the OG Mumbai fans, and we're super thrilled and excited. Just one thing is remaining now, so no pressure. All right, Mark, I would like to begin with you up first. I consider myself a huge Mumbai Indians fan, and just like me, a lot of fans out there want to hear from you about a lot of things. First up, it's a new and promising season ahead. Lots of new faces in the dressing room. So just want to know the key factors that you have focused on in the lead up to the season.
Yeah, first of all, I think it's just about getting to know the new characters within the dressing room as well. Trying to define different roles for each and every person. I think that's important, so they come into the setup and they know exactly how and where they fit in to the combinations that we want. Thankfully, there's been a lot of cricket that's been going on, so the guys have played a lot of cricket, so we feel that we're in a very good position at the moment from a player's perspective. The guys have been in good form as well. Obviously, there's injuries that you have to manage the entire time as well, which has been something that we've been looking closely at, and we've got a good medical team to be able to look after that as well. So, yeah, we're just trying to sort of give direction to the whole squad about how we want to play, the brand of cricket that we want to play. And I think we're in a good space at the moment. We've got a big start today. We've got our first warm-up game. And then 2 days later, we've got another warm-up game. So looking forward to a couple of the players putting up their hands for those final selections.
Awesome. Also, Hardik, firstly, welcome back. Aapka Hardik swagat hai.
Thank
You know, it's absolutely unreal to see you back in the blue and gold. You know, this is where the journey began for you, all the success, all the adulation from fans, all the hard work. What does it feel like for you to be back in the blue and gold in Mumbai and at the Wankhede?
See, first of all, it's very good to be back. As you mentioned, it is back where everything started. It is a very surreal feeling for me because everything I have known from day one, from 2015 to now, has been through this team, through this journey. Knowing that my whole life changed when I made my debut in 2015 to now, the journey has been a very dreamful journey. Never thought I would reach here, but very, very grateful to be back here, playing in a ground which has been my favorite ground from day one, and at the same point of time playing for my favorite team.
That's awesome. We are all super thrilled and excited that you're back. I would now like to open the floor to questions from everybody present here. Like I mentioned, please do mention your name, your publication, and to whom you're addressing the questions. Sorry, can you give
a mic by any chance? Thank you.
I wanted to ask Hardik, you played all your career under Rohit. How different will this be that he's in a team where you are the captain? While we know that he's still the India captain, is that any different? Is that a little more complicated?
First of all, it won't be any different because he's going to be always there to help me out if I need his help. At the same point of time, you mentioned that he is the captain of Indian team as well, which helps me because this team, what it has achieved under his belt. And from now onwards, it is just going to be what he has already achieved. I just carry forward that. So I don't think it will be any awkward or anything different. It will be a nice feeling because we've been playing for 10 years. I played whole my career under him, and yeah, I know he's gonna have a hand on my shoulder always throughout the season.
Hardik, this is Devendra Pandya from Indian Express. I have two questions for you. Are you going to bowl this season? And how did you deal with the backlash after Rohit Sharma was appointed as the captain? The fan was completely against you, and they took on social media and expressed the outrage.
First of all, the bowling bit, yes, I will be bowling. The backlash bit, to be very honest, we respect fans, everything, but at the same point of time, we focus on the sport. I focus on what is required. I control the controllables. I don't focus on which I can't control. And at the same point of time, we are very grateful to fans. I think a lot of things, a lot of fame, a lot of name, a lot of love comes from them. And they have every right. I respect their opinion. At the same point of time, very excited and going to focus on the sport.
Hardik, this is Vijay Tagore from Crickbus. I wanted to ask you that, it is Rohit will be putting hands on, on your shoulder and guiding you. But have you had a chat since the change has taken place with Rohit?
Yes and no, because he's been traveling, he's been playing. We all are professionals. By the time the team comes together, we've been playing cricket, so it's been only a couple of months since we have not seen each other. And as mentioned, whenever the IPL starts, which is from today onwards, we are playing a practice game. Once he comes, we'll definitely have a chat.
Hi, this is Ananya Gupta from PTI. I have two questions for you. Hardik, how are you looking forward to a new role in Mumbai Indians as the captain? And secondly, you're back after an injury. How are you feeling, and are you feeling 100% with the bat on the ball?
Your first question was that how do I feel coming back to Mumbai Indians, right?
Yeah.
Captain, obviously it feels wonderful. Who would not? My very journey started from here. Never thought 10 years down the line I'll be leading this side, and the feeling is way too amazing. Very excited for the season, very excited to play with all my old fellows who have been playing and kind of got a lot of success together. And coming back to the injury bit, my injury in World Cup was a freak injury. It had nothing to do with my past injuries. It had nothing to do with my fitness. It was just, I tried to stop the ball. I twisted my ankle. It went. Now, I would like to put it across here that I could have been back in 1.5 months. But when I got injured, my injury from day one only showed that I'm going to be out of the World Cup. But because I did not want it to, playing for India has been always special, and especially in the World Cup format. We pushed 10 days. We knew that it's a very difficult uphill task to reach and kind of be fit for the World Cup semi-finals or finals. When we pushed, I kind of triggered my injury more, and my injury became little more longer. And coming back as well, when I got fit, the Afghanistan series just started. So I've been fit since then. But yeah, it's just that I've not played. There was no games to play for.
Hi, Amol Karadkar from The Hindu. I have two questions for Mark and one for the captain. Mark, to begin with, there's so much of change in the makeover of Mumbai Indians from what it was last year. Not just the captain, even some of the seniors coming back. How much has it changed the preseason preparations? How confident does it make you as a coach for regaining the title?
No, I think it's changed. Obviously it has changed, as you said. The dynamic has changed a bit, but with change, it brings new challenges, new perspectives, which is always good, and a little bit of freshness as well. We've got a new batch of players coming in as well, and who are eager to learn. And some of them their first time that they're coming into the IPL as well. So they're very energetic, which is always good. So I think it's we set up for a good season. Obviously, we want to start off well, and that's where my focus is at the moment. Is, as I said before, getting everyone going in the right direction, giving different role clarity to different players. But I think we're in a good space at the moment. We've had a history of maybe not starting off too well, so we've addressed that as well. And we hopefully we found one or two things that we feel that we can do within the squad to make us more ready for that first game and hopefully get off to a good start. Not putting pressure on the players at all. If we get off to the normal start that we've had, then so be it. That's fine. We'll just have to catch up a bit. But hopefully the measures that we've put in place over the last sort of week and the few days to come is going to put us in a very good space to start the competition nice and strong.
Right. Still, some things never change. Fitness updates being one. Can we have an update on Surya and Madhusanka?
Yeah, so Surya at the moment is under the guidance of the Indian cricket team as well. So, we're just waiting for updates on that. I don't like to micromanage. We've got a world-class medical team that's in control of all of that. Yes, in the past we've been hampered by a few fitness issues. We're always going to be in that sort of domain of having fitness issues, as other teams are as well. Every time I look at my WhatsApp, there's reports of other teams also losing players. So, yeah, we trust our medical team that they're doing the right things. And look, if we lose one or two from fitness perspectives, it is what it is. That's sport, and we just have to keep on the right track and try to find replacements for that.
Thank you. And Hardik, not just you or your team for that matter, this T20 World Cup is even more important, especially for Indian cricketers, considering there are so many slots still appear to be open when it comes to T20 World Cup. How do you as the leader ensure that the players in your group can stake a claim deservingly, but not at the cost of losing out on priorities, that is to achieve Mumbai Indians what they want?
See, on this lines, I have a very firm belief that you should be playing for the team which you're playing for. Everyone can have goals, everyone can have ambitions to play for the country and for whichever different teams as well. But being honest and being true to your team is the most important thing for me. So for me right now and towards my boys, the focus will be the IPL. Will be to make sure that we serve Mumbai Indians the bestest of our ability. And in that process, if someone's having a claim or someone gets a chance, I would be very, very helpful. But we're not going to focus on the selection bit, that if someone can make it or not make it. That goes into a selfish arena. I don't believe in that. We play for the team, and it is one team.
Hardik, this is G. Krishnan here, front row. Here.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. So, Mumbai Indians have won 5 titles under Rohit Sharma. You have won we have led Gujarat Titans to victory in the first season. How easy or difficult is it going to be to live up to the expectations of the fans and the franchisee to win the 6th title? And to Mark, last year it was Rohit Sharma, this year it is Hardik captain, so different captains, how are you handling them?
See, expectations would be there with Mumbai Indians always. But I'm a very firm believer that in certain areas, especially managing expectation, you should focus on the process, right? Because I can't win the IPL tomorrow. I still have to wait a couple of months down the line. So what can I do in those couple of months as a group is how we prepare, how we look after each other, how we create our brotherhood, how we make sure that we know each other in and out, from knowing our families, what are we up to, because that kind of helps us to achieve the expectations which everyone has. We can only promise. The results are something which are, I think, never in anyone's hand. But the only thing we can promise is that we're going to play a brand which everyone will enjoy, and at the same point of time go out there and kind of push our boundaries as well. And I think that is more exciting, and I'm very, 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 very excited and very looking forward to that kind of approach from all the boys. So it will be very exciting to play.
To answer your my question, last year it had its challenges with regards to our injuries at the beginning of the season, and obviously working under Roh was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. This year it's a new challenge, working under a new captain as well. I've been a cricketer. I've played under different captains. I've played under different leadership coaches with different players. And as I said, it's great for me to be able to be in this situation, to get different perspectives and challenge me in different ways as well. So I've got no doubt that, Rohit challenged me, Hardik's going to challenge me as well. I'm really looking forward to that challenge and hopefully try to help him out as much as I can and get everyone going in the right direction to ultimately, the reason why we're here is to try win a trophy. So if we can do that, I'm going to support, the captain as much as possible.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Vishwanath from Eastern Chronicle. Hardik, it's exactly close to 5 months before you went down in that Bangladesh match, October 18th, 2 days from now. Tomorrow it's 19th. The first time after the lower limb problem, back problem, you played almost all the matches for the Titans. How did you feel playing the DY Patil? And does your body tell you that you can push yourself to play all the 14 league matches for Indians this time?
DY Patil has been a wonderful tournament for every international cricketer or any other participant, because it kind of challenges and it is closest to IPL as well. Kind of the competition to everything. Coming back to my injury bit, I have no issues with my body. I plan to play all the games possible because in IPL I don't think I have missed many games anyway. As you mentioned, it's been 5 months of injury because the last 2 months there was no cricket played. So technically I was out for 3 months. And yeah, that's my answer, sir.
In fact, I'd just like to jump in, Hardik and Mark both. Mumbai Indians has always been known as a franchise that finds the most amazing young talent, hones them, and turns them into superstars. So just want to know, with the new young players that are there, what's it like in the dressing room? What is the process that you follow with the young players in a way that they can go out there and shine the best?
I think first of all, credit's got to go to our scouts. They do a lot of work in the off season. So there's a whole process that they follow. So a lot of credit's got to go to them for, first of all, finding the players. We can trust that when it comes to the auction, we get put in a few names in front of us, and we can, some of the players I've never seen play before, but I trust that the scouts have seen them and we back their decisions as well. So any youngster who comes in is going to be talented. We've just got to try and find, as I said, keep mentioning role definition for each one of these characters. Some of them might come in, not with the thought of playing them immediately, but maybe just sort of blooding them in. A lot of the players and the great stars that you see in this Mumbai Indians team at the moment have come from a very young age through the whole scout system as well. So there's definite advantages to that. And as you'll see in our system at the moment as well, and in our squad, there are a lot of exciting, young, promising players. Last year it was Nahal Wadera who got opportunities and really performed well. This year we've got a couple of players as well. Don't want to give too much away, but we've got a couple of players that hopefully can, if given the opportunity, then they can come and hopefully be the next superstars for not only Mumbai Indians but also for Indian cricket.
Hardik, like you mentioned, you were also one of the young players coming in 2015, and now you are the captain. Is there any advice you received during your younger days that resonated with you and that you sort of would like to share with the rest of your team, especially with the younger lot?
See, it is simple. My brother gave me that advice, and it was easy just to be myself because there is always a sense of belonging question happens to the youngsters, anyone who comes to this stage. It's a massive stage, so many people, so many eyes on you. The only questions keeps popping in your head that, do I belong here? And when I was in the same lingo in 2015 and 16, asking this, that, am I not, what is happening? And I think my brother told me that, you are good enough to be here. That's why you belong here. And yeah, from that time onwards, I always focused on, making sure that, I enjoy the sport. And exactly same thing which I want from all the youngsters. Come and enjoy, be yourself, show your character, what you are made of. And yeah, we're going to be there, Mark, and we have wonderful support staff. We're all going to be there to help them to kind of make sure they achieve and they prepare in the bestest ability and achieve a lot of greatness in their life.
Speaking about the coaching staff, the original gang is back together. Karen Pollard, Lasit Malinga. So what's it like to come back and seeing them in different roles You played so much of your cricket at Mumbai with them. So what's it like being back together with the both of them?
Very excited. Obviously, when I played with them, I shared a very good bond with both of them. And now, one being bowling coach, one being batting coach, it is little surprising, but a very warm and very happy surprise that people who I enjoyed playing, who are legends of the sport, are there to help me. And obviously Mark leads them, and Mark has been fantastic from his standpoint of how clarity point of view to backing and everything, which has been wonderful. So overall as a group, it's been fantastic so far, and I'm sure it's going to be more even better going forward.
Amazing. All right, so we'll be taking some questions from the journalists here. Yes.
Hi Hardik, I'm Rohan from the Free Press Journal. Firstly, welcome back to MI.
Thank you.
Very happy to see you back.
Thank you.
I have two questions for you. Firstly, we were hearing rumors that there was a captaincy clause in your contract. Okay. So second question would be, how challenging will it be to play this IPL in two phases this time?
Is it in two phases? Schedule is not yet out, so I don't know. I can't comment on that.
Hi guys. Hi. Okay.
Hi.
So good afternoon to both of you. My name is Dr.
Good afternoon.
Pradyumna Timbhekar. I'm from Red FM. My question is to Mark and Hardik both. Mark, I'll start with you first. You've seen Hardik the player, we've seen Hardik the captain, we've seen Hardik in the lead role. How much of excitement would you like to see from the dugout when it comes to the fact that he'll be, like the Hardik, the all-rounder, what's that perspective like? And Hardik, my question to you is, I've worked as a team doctor and a sports psychologist in various sports as well. I've seen your team. You've won championships together, and also there's been a phase where Mumbai Indians had a dip as well. This topsy-turvy ride. How much time psychologically would the team require to set into that winning momentum again, given the fact that you've won 5 championships as well? And how much of a significant impact you can provide, given that now there are team leaders? So how much addition would that point out from a psychological point of view?
My question first on Hardik. Look, I didn't ever play against Hardik, thankfully. I think myself and him would have had quite a war out in the middle. He likes to stand his ground, and so do I. But yeah, I mean, it's watching him in the IPLs, playing for India. I mean, you can only be in awe of the all-rounder that he is. He always wants to get involved in the game, whether it be with the bat or with the ball. What's great for me is that he loves the pressure moments as well, and he's done really well. He's excelled. Winners create winners, and he's won trophies for MI. He showed that he went to Gujarat and he won trophies there as well. So to have him back in our setup, it's only going to strengthen Mumbai Indians. So I'm very excited to have him sitting in the dugout, pick his brain. As I said earlier, different perspectives, different challenges, and I'm really looking forward to it. And as I said, our support staff will support him as much as he wants us to, and hopefully something comes of that. We're not going to put too much pressure on each other. I think if we do the right processes, the outcome will take care of itself. So very happy to have him sitting in our dugout. I don't want to see him in the dugout too much. I want to see him out in the middle, because that means that we're doing well.
My answer to your question, psychology, how it makes difference. See, winning and losing is part of the sport. We all have to accept that, and I think we all have accepted as well that someone's going to lose, someone's going to win. But something which is very important is that how do you stay neutral? Because that is important. As you mentioned, that sometimes losing can take you down and winning can take you up. But what I have believed in whichever team I have played, or even myself, that I don't take myself up in success, I don't take myself down in failures. So in that process, what happens, I'm able to be more consistent with my approaches, with my formulas, or with my intentions, because there is not much fluctuation happening going up and down. And I think that has helped me big time in my sport and my career and just the teams which I have played. And coming back to, we have won 5 times, and obviously there is expectations and all. But the same answers to it takes time, it takes process. It's not a magic wand everyone has that shakalaka boom, 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 we won the trophy. It is something which takes time, a right effort, right intentions, caring for each other, having sympathy and empathy for each other. And all these parts for me are very important and very crucial. And if we manage to get all them together, I think we'll be on the right track to achieve something which we all want to do.
Mark over here. I just want to know that what was the one reason that made you that made the management decide that Rohit should not captain the Mumbai Indians and Hardik should captain the Mumbai Indians? No, I'm asking Mark about it.
Hi, I'm Karen from OTT Play. Two questions. One, the first question anyone can answer. With the World Cup coming up and like Hardik said, injury can happen anytime. What is the player management going to be with leading to the World Cup? Are you all going to keep replacing players, especially the World Cup bound players? And Hardik, how was your welcome in the MI team?
I think, let me answer from the players management perspective. Obviously, my job is coaching Mumbai Indians. I'm no longer a coach of an international team, so I'm going to be a little bit biased and say that, we'd like our best players to be playing at all times. However, I have got a soft spot for the players, and no matter what happens, we always look at the player first and have his intentions at heart. So, we're not going to go out and play a player for the sake of playing him, knowing that he's going to get injured. I understand the professional world of sport today. There's certain players who might be carrying niggles. That's why I lean on my medical team to give me good advice of whether we can push a player or whether it's not a good idea to push a player. So we'll always have that interest of the player at heart, but hopefully we can keep them on the field. And bottom line is, sometimes you just got to back the player and ask the player how you're feeling. If he's not feeling up to it, there's enough honesty in our dressing room that I think he could come and chat to me and say, listen, coach, I'd like a break here. Or he might say to me, listen, I don't want to have a break. Sometimes you've got to fight that with the player as well, where the medical team say one thing and the player says other things. So it's a relationship and the trust that you form with your team and your team members and also the medical team that make that decision.
My answer has been, it's been amazing coming back, being in where I live as well. Again, coming back to where it all started, and now the journey is going to continue. So very, very excited, very happy. The welcome was wonderful. It was very warm, it was very emotional. And 2 years back, never thought we'll be back here, but I am.
Hardik, this is Gaurav Gupta from Times of India. You've had a few injuries in your career. So, can you describe this phase? You went out in the middle of the World Cup, which must have been very tough on you. And then from there to getting the MI captaincy and all that was said on social media. So, can you take us through that journey a bit? That how was it? This.
See, when I got injured, when it happened, first of all, I had no clue how bad it is or how good it is. When I went to the scan as well, initially it just showed because when I twisted my whole ankle, it just showed that it's just a little niggle, which would be fine. But as couple of hours progressed, it showed the real picture where my ankle became like a big ankle. And in that process, straight away next day I went to NCA to make sure that I fasten my processes and make sure that I come back. Again, we tried every day, making sure that, we are available for the World Cup, and we had to take a call after 12th day where I had a reoccurring again where my injury kind of expanded more. And the question was that, do I want to represent India at 50%? The answer was no, because India deserves better than that. And I myself will not be able to justify the fact that I'm coming not completely ready. And from there, obviously, this journey started of my rehab. And the whole process the focus was only to make sure that I come back as soon as possible. But with injuries and with something like a freak injury which I had, in that you need to give time, because it is not something which goes away in mobility or it goes with physio helping you. It is just natural body recovery which you need to do. And obviously then the whole MI thing came, me coming back. It was more exciting time. I was sitting at home training and working hard. This news came, which was even more special. So yeah, since then it is just the journey has been going on.
All right, one final question before we move on to the fan section. Yes?
Hi. Hardik, one question to you about Mumbai Indians. I mean, from the time you went and to time you came back, how much has the complexion of the entire squad has changed? And one question, how much has the complexion of the entire Mumbai Indians squad has changed from the time you left? And one question to the coach, given the way Cameron Green was shaping up, having joined the squad last year, having played quite a few innings which were kind of impactful, and not having him around this time, how much change would you be forced to make in terms of the whole squad composition?
See, obviously it's been 2 years, this is my third year by the time I come back. A lot have changed. As you mentioned, coaches have changed. Players are only my 4 or 5 core people who I used to play are the same people who are here. So even this is also different, but the name remains the same. So the emotion and the love remains also the same. So it is different, but I think we all are getting used to it and looking forward for it.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
With regards to Cameron Green, so that's the beauty of the IPL is that the auction it changes dynamics of a lot of different teams and seasons. And Cameron Green had a fantastic season for us, and I think the way that he played, the exciting brand of cricket that he played was great from our perspective. As I said, auctions change, and we had a couple of holes in our team that we needed to fill up, and unfortunately we had to, we went with the decision to let go of him. But we've selected along the lines of looking at players that can hopefully fulfill that role again. We've got a couple of options available to us, and hopefully that guy can come in the big shoes that Cameron did have and fill them with flying colours. Yeah, Cam did have a great season for us, but we have earmarked 1 or 2 players to fulfill that.
All right, thank you so much. I'm now going to move on to a very special fan section. We have our MI Paltan, who's also tuned in from across the world, and we've shortlisted a few questions that have come in for you guys. All right, let me just open it. All right, so the first question we have is from Hitanshu Jadhav 19. His question is to Hardik. Good to see you back in Mumbai. Can we see our vintage hitter Kung Fu Pandya back in action like the old days and winning matches?
Yes, the roles have changed. I'm back to what I've done throughout my career, and looking forward to that role. And I'm going to make sure that I do justice to all the expectations which people have. And very excited.
All right. Next question is from Crazy Johns, and he's asked, he's like, in what role will we see Hardik this season? You've played in various roles at various batting positions. So, what role can we expect to see you in the IPL this season?
This IPL, obviously, I'll be all-rounder, and I'll try to finish as many games possible, and I'll be there down there making sure that I hit as many runs possible and enjoy the position which I have always loved.
Awesome. All right. Next question is from Parag_Manpe, and he's asked, either of y'all could answer, is, will MI win their opening game this season and break the jinx?
As I said earlier, we've addressed that. We understand that we haven't started off well in the last few seasons. So more than a few. I've just been reminded. We've addressed that issue. If he's got any ideas on how to solve that, please, I'm more than willing to listen to him. But we've put 1 or 2 things in place that we think might be the change. I don't want to put any pressure on the players. Hopefully it works for us. If it doesn't work for us, then we're just back to the good old usual. We have to play a bit of catch up.
Awesome. All right. And the final question is from Tahu_FCC. And his question is, with the new roles being recruited and new big additions to the side, how has the approach to the new season changed from the previous years?
I don't think it's changed immensely. As I said, with Hardik coming in, a couple of new perceptions on how we want to play. I think last year we showed signs of the sort of brand that we want to play, which is very exciting to me. As I said, we had a couple of injury concerns, but this year we look like we're in a good place with regards to all the players and characters that we want to play a certain sort of brand. So I think that the fans can expect a nice positive brand of cricket, and we want to allow the players to really go out there and express themselves, because we've got some immense talent within our squad. And I think Hardik's the type of captain who's going to take that on board as well, and he's a nice aggressive player as well. So I'm sure that every member within the team that walks onto the field is going to feel like they can go and win a game for us, and we're going to try to allow them to go dominate that space.
Awesome. All right, now we are going to move on to something special, something fun with the journalists sitting in the room. Do you want to do, sorry? Oh, there's more questions? All right, we could take some more questions.
Hi, Hardik. Nikhil from ETV.
Hi.
One of you can answer. How openly will Rohit play as a batter in this season, considering he doesn't have any captaincy pressure? And is this an added advantage for Mumbai Indians going into the season?
I think Rohit's in fantastic form. I've been watching the games against England, and the way that he's hitting the ball, these movements into the ball are fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to Roh going out and really expressing himself. As you said, without the captaincy on his shoulders, I think all of us in Mumbai Indians are really excited to see him go out there and have a fantastic season for us. If he has a great season for us, we're going to be in the dying stages of the tournament, which is, I think, what we and the fans want.
Hi, Hardik, welcome back to Mumbai Indians.
Thank you.
After the transfer, did you have a chat with Shubman Gill about kind of passing on the baton about G?
Hardik, hi.
Hi.
Yash from ESPN Cricket Info. One thing I missed last season, your coach would probably agree, was the services of Jasprit Bumrah. He's back. He's had a crazy run of form from the World Cup, the England series. How big a shot in the arm is it for the team on the whole? And how much of his role do you see as part of your leadership group, given that that's also a role he's taken on? And the question to the coach is, do you have a gauge on who your overseas quartet is likely to be?
Speaking about Jassi, Jassi has been a #1 bowler for a long time. He's been a champion cricketer. Yes, last year they did miss him. This year we are fortunate that he's available and firing with all cylinders. And he's definitely going to be one of the leaders who's going to make sure that he guides all the bowlers, because the kind of experience and the knowledge which he has. So looking forward for all that, and especially very excited to have him back with full throttle, and at the same point of time helping the youngsters, because the kind of knowledge and ideas he has, and it's not just he throws them, he has done that in reality as well. So a lot of people can take inspiration from him and make sure that they kind of replicate what he does. It's very difficult, but we can still try.
With regards to the overseas quartet, I mean, if you have a look at all the players that we've selected, we've got plenty of options. So I think that this season we can choose condition related. We'll have a look at and see which players best suit different conditions. The nice thing about our team and the squad is that we've got a lot of very, very good local players to choose from. You have a look at our batting lineup on paper. It's largely an Indian cricket team batting lineup. So that's a big advantage for us as well. There might even be situations where we only go in with three overseas players without giving too much away, and maybe have one or two options as impact players on the bench. And as I said, have a look at the conditions, see what's best going to suit us. So we are blessed in that regard, that we've got a lot of very good local Indian players.
Hi. Question for Mark, but Hardik can also answer. This is Kumar Sham from Al Ittihad, which is an Abu Dhabi newspaper. MI Emirates, which is your other franchisee, won the local league there. There's a lots of ifs and buts to discussion, but just in case that the IPL gets moved out and goes to the UAE as it is being presumed, do you think there will be an added prize on your team to be the one to be beating? Sorry? Yeah, just in case. So if
That's above my pay grade.
Hi. Hi, my name is Rohan. I'm from 94.3 Radio 1. Firstly, I'd like to say it's an honor to talk to the both of y'all. And I just wanted to start off with Mark first. Mark, does Hardik remind you a little of Jacques Kallis? Because you've played with Jacques Kallis, he's a great. And Hardik is also one of the best all-rounders we've had in the recent few years, decade maybe, the recent few years. Second question is, how's the relationship between Nuwan and Malinga in the camp, since they're both similar bowlers? And my last question to Hardik is, Hardik, you've been a really successful top order batsman in the last 2 seasons, and you've been one of the best finishers in the world, and you've been one of the most amazing bowlers as well, bowling really, really well. So what's your favorite role amongst these 3? Sorry, that was too long, but I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, your first question, does he remind me of Jacques Kallis? He's got a lot more hair than Jacques Kallis has. So that's a positive. His hair's going in the right direction. Look, Jacques is a fantastic cricketer, if not one of the greatest all-rounders that has ever been produced. And he's a good close friend of mine as well. So Hardik, even to be mentioned in Jacques Kallis' breath, I think, he'd look at it and go like, I've achieved something in life. So having a look at Hardik as an all-rounder, he can win you a match with the ball and he can win you a match with the bat. So we are very privileged to have him at Mumbai Indians as well. And it's, as I said before, I'm really looking forward to him challenging me and me challenging him in our relationship. So I'll probably be able to answer that once I've spent a bit more time with him as well. With regards to Nuwan and Mali, they come from the same country, they got the same action, so it's a match made in heaven, really. The conversations that they have, I can't say I understand them because it's in a different language, but I see the perfect coach for Nuwan. We first saw Nuwan, I first saw him in Abu Dhabi, and I was really surprised with his action and the way that he was delivering balls. So he's got that X factor about him, and who better to look after him than a guy he's probably looked at his action and tried to copy. So I think they're both in a very good space.
My answer, what do I enjoy the most? See, I always have extra love for batting. And especially when it comes to finishing games has been even more special. So I'll keep it short. Something which I love is batting and finishing game. But the biggest happiness I get is when I play as an all-rounder.
Okay, that was it from the questions from the room here. We are now going to move on to do something fun with all the journalists present here. We're going to do a little bit of a Mumbai Indians quiz with y'all, and you stand a chance to win some hampers. So if you guys don't mind, we could just about start that. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. If you guys know the answer, please raise your hand and you'll be getting a mic. Okay, so first question is, how many times have MI won in T20 leagues? All right, Rohan? 9. Sorry, 9? No. That's correct, 10. That's the right answer. Across T20 leagues, Mumbai Indians have won 10 times. Okay, now, next question is, when did Hardik Pandya make his debut for Mumbai Indians? What year? Yeah, you kind of gave the answer in the beginning. All right. Next one is, who has hit the most number of sixes for Mumbai Indians in the IPL? That's right. Karan Pollard is the right answer. Okay. Next one is, who was the player of the final when Mumbai Indians won the title in 2019? Yes, you write that? No. Who was the man of the match in the 2019 final, which was one of the most fantastic games ever played?
It's Bumrah.
That's right. It was Jasprit Bumrah. And the last one, the last question is, who was the player of the match in the first IPL match that Mumbai Indians played? That's correct. It was actually Mark Boucher. Yes. Again, for RCB, he scored 39 not out and was a match-winning innings. Did you ever think then that you would be coaching? All right, that was it for the quiz. Thank you so much for your participation. we would now like to do a little bit of a ball signing, if you guys don't mind. Can we have and some pictures? Yeah. We're going to open it up for some pictures. Request you to do one selfie with this and with all the journalists who are present, if you don't mind. Yeah, we could do both, if that's okay. Guys, the people who got the answers correctly, if you don't mind, please coming up. We'd like to give you your winning hampers from the hands of Hardik and Mark.